What's going on, guys? Good morning to everyone. Welcome to Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Ready to kick off another week here in the on the stream. Just getting a first look here at the market. Have not looked at it this morning. Clearing out some stuff. Old stuff. Goodness. Probably go back to sleep, to be honest with you. Wolf with another push this morning. In the last 4 days, we've gained over 100%, looks like. Not too bad. All right. All right. So just like usual, I'm going to jump into the private group, get those guys up and running with a morning post. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, if there's anything you want me to take a look at this morning, what have you, please post up in chat. I don't mind at all, and I would be more than happy to do that for you, and that's why we're here. So, yeah, post up, hang out, and let me do this real quick. Then we'll come back and we'll set up our charts and everything. I'm still working on the private group stuff, but I want to take a minute, look at the economic calendar, which I typically do with you guys as well. Um, I haven't looked at it this week, and just want to put that information in for the private group guys. So, so we got minutes, FOMC minutes Wednesday at 2, Bostic at 3, jobless on Thursday, Philadelphia Bostic speaking again on Thursday. Wow. EMI. And we also Jackson Hole on Thursday. And Chairman speaks Jackson Hole on Friday. So a few things this week. Nothing major. Okay, get this out of here. All right, got that posted. A few more things here real quick, and then we'll jump into fixing some charting. All right, got that done. A few things posted here and there. So next we are going to jump in and take care of some of these charts. We already got SPY pulled up here on our main chart. So let's go through SPY. First thing I want to do, we're going to edit the text on this one. No longer need that. That off. And then color's going to stay the same because it's still our all-time high. Now that it's just a single line, no longer worried about that pre-market high line. We're going to put it back to solid. Don't care about opening range high on Friday. This was PM high on Thursday. We can get rid of that. PM low, we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to keep our opening range low because we are under that. So first we're going to go to here. And we're going to go opening range low Friday. Add that text. We're going to change the color. And now we're going to change the color of the line. We're good. Next, we're going to zoom in a little bit and we're going to grab our pre-market high, which is 643.97. Color that one. And then 642.08 as our pre-market low, 642.08. So we got pre-market high, pre-market low, and we are going to watch our opening range low from Friday. I do want to take a larger look here. We were, oh well, I was in a private one-on-one with a member over the weekend, and we were talking about these, which is our support and resistance lines. These are different than our interday lines here. These will stay forever. These will not. As you can see, we just deleted a few of them, so these get changed quite often. These are based off a larger time frame and charting and depict what SPY has done in the past and hopefully what it will do in the future. But the reason why there's this gap here and we don't really have any of these green lines is because what I just said. This is what it's done in the past. Since we're at all-time highs, we've never been up in this range. We've tested it up in here, but we've never really got up in here and done some trading to set up our historical support and resistance lines. So that's one reason. But if we were down in here trading, then we would, and these would take up more weight. Just kind of like we're seeing here in IWM. We do have our green lines here because we have traded in this area. So just wanted to point that out. It was something we had talked about in that private one-on-one he had asked. So just thought I'd share. All right, so now we're going to set up IWM the same way. Delete that. Delete that. I don't know why there was two lines there. That should not have been the case. I think we had some problems because the lines were so close. We can delete that one. We can delete that one. And we're going to keep this one. It's going to be our orange line for the day. And this one was dark blue, so that was opening range low on Friday. I'm going to change the color. And there we go. Now we're going to zoom in a little bit and grab our pre-market high and low, which seems to be pretty close together here on IWM. Like right there is going to be our pre-market high. 227.45. And then our pre-market low should be this 269.69. 226.69, excuse me. And there we go. One thing I want to try, like we always say, trying new things and doing new things is never a bad idea. I want to start watching interday what we did previous day, high and low. Now I want to put those as white. just to kind of see. I see we're getting some movement on a few things. We're getting close to Bill here, so gotta kind of do this kind of quickly. Just to see as a visual, I want to see if we trade and what the trade does if we break out of these. IWM had big movement on Friday. SPY did not, but I just kind of want to watch it and see. All right, minute till opening, guys. Make sure you check your accounts, what you cannot get into, and everything like that, and we will go from there. Yeah, it looks like a few things wanting to push going into bell. And here we go, guys. We are live. Market is now open, and we moving. Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, Apple, PayPal, all pushing right there off the bell. Big green there on. Um, yeah, a lot of big green actually. Walmart now trying to reverse back. Out of everything, Google's struggling. had some profit takers on some of these pushes. There's AMD dropping back a little bit. Apple. That's why we just need to give it some time, allow this chop to work itself out. No need to chase. We're literally 3 minutes in on a Monday, so. Definitely no need for any of that. I am kind of surprised on this Tesla push. AMD looks like it's getting some buyers stepping in, trying to change that over to a green candle. Oh, goodness. All right. SPY looking like it's wanting to push up. Watch coming in at 643.72. 6 minutes in, guys. Google with a nice reverse. It is now green. Tesla is dropping back from that morning push. All right, Apple retracing some of that. Big red there. IWM finally breaking off that 227.26. looks like some things are starting to lose that momentum push or that opening bell push. Still sitting on hands, just watching. No need to chase. No need to start the week on the week off in the red. Give it some time. I would much rather have one, maybe two really good trades a day versus three or four mediocre ones where I'm sweating it and having that, man, I wish I didn't get in thought. Those are always the worst. So just buying some time, seeing what the market wants to do. Still seeing some shop. Walmart. Walmart's trying to Walmart. PayPal's trying to push decent setup here. If we were 30 plus ish minutes in, I would like this a lot better. Yeah, I'm starting to see some dropping back here, guys. Just giving it some time and watching. At times, trading can definitely be boring, but if we're sitting on hands and being bored, then that means we are not losing money. I agree. Some people can say we're not making money, but it's easier to lose money than make money at times. So, just not seeing any huge movements right now that I like, any defined direction that I like. Um, Nvidia is looking good, but Nvidia on a Monday close to the money is going to be expensive. It trades at the 2.5 strike. So I haven't looked at it, but you're going to be at the 182.5 or the 185, which I bet is going to be expensive. Not worth me jumping in 13 minutes in on a Monday. So IWM testing that pre-market high, which I do like, but we did pop here to 227.63 for new high a day right after bell. See if we can get over that level. Tesla held its support, it looks like. Nvidia now dropping back. Big push there. We got SPY coming into this. What was that opening range on Friday? Opening range low on Friday. Still below our white. We definitely got a lot of room. 220.85. 18 minutes in, guys. Like I said, sitting and watching is one of the hardest things. You definitely get FOMO. You see PayPal. Oh man, PayPal's running. Let me jump in now. You've got to really focus. Got to give it some time. If you miss the movement, you miss the movement. Every time you enter the trade, enter the market in a trade is another chance that you could definitely lose money. So the hard part is waiting for the candle to close. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Especially on those larger time frames that we watch sometimes. Stepping up to that 10 and 15, 30 minutes, like, come on. Spy with a big red candle there. Not sure why. PayPal still pushing, Google dropping, chips still dropping, Tesla dropping. Or you get distracted and forget to go back and look. Well, at least I do. I do too. I do too. All the time. Where I start looking at something else and just end up forgetting about it. I do that a lot in pre-market. I look at certain things and like, oh man, I need to come back and check on this. And then it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and whatever it was ran and I'm like, dang it, I forgot to check back on that. Yeah, I do that a lot myself. Tesla could push up a little bit here. Something to watch. Sorry about that, guys. Was chatting in the private group on a few things. We're just now 30 minutes in. We'll give it a minute or two longer, and then we'll go ahead and set our opening range. That's set up. so we can start watching that. AMD's looking for more to the downside here. Okay. 3 minutes in, or 3 minutes over that 30-minute mark. So let's go ahead and set our opening range. Here we go on SPY. Opening range was a solid bounce here off of this. So I'm going to just change this to our opening range low. I do want to dot it just because we are watching it now, two different things. So we're going to go opening range low and Friday. Let's just call it ML for market low. And then we're going to come in here, 643.80. Right, not going to give it to me, is it? 643.80. There we go. Now let's do the same thing on this IWM. And then we'll grab low for opening range. And we are set. Tesla with a bounce there off of support. Apple's starting to push new high of day there. Nvidia looks like it's trying again. Nice. Still not a whole lot going on. I do like that Apple. Apple's expensive. I do like that Open as well, but Open is more of a common stock versus option. I believe you do have options on it though. Yeah, but so far kind of a slow day. We took a lotto in the private group. Not looking so great right now. The trade was good. The setup was good. It followed everything and was going right in line the way we wanted it to, but one of those things you never know what the market's going to do. So still hoping for everything and was going right in line the way we wanted. One of those things. So the best, seeing what it wants to do. Boeing dropping back pretty hard. Palantir's dropping. Well, Palantir after it hit those new all-time high, it's struggled. Yeah. It looks like it needs to find a bottom somewhere soon. But if we zoom way out, this is the daily chart. Palantir was doing well. We had earnings there. What is this? Earnings as well. Hmm. Yeah, we played it. We were playing it right in here around this ER. I don't remember the exact date, but it was around 90 ish, and it just has really taken off. These movement support and resistance indicators here that we run, you can see on the daily that it just pretty much ran from ER to ER off of that. I had a couple, bad days here and there, but overall it was pretty decent. But now once we bounced off that all-time high at 190, which looks like I'm off just a hair, definitely has some room for consolidation to the downside on the daily. So this drops back to the hour if we can't reclaim this when this peach line keeps coming. It definitely has more room to the downside overall. We could see small pushes up like this, of course, depending on how quickly the movement happens and things like that. But overall, on the bigger time frames, it's setting itself up for more to the downside on a swing style trade. So but it's just expensive. If I was playing Palantir, I would definitely buy some time on it. 8-4. What's that, Chris? 8-4 after hours. 8-4. Not following you there. But if I was playing Palantir to the downside, it would be buying the time, but it would just get quite expensive. Looks like some of the oil, petroleum stuff is dropping today. Yeah, Palantir last earnings date. Yeah, it was recently. We talked about it going into that one, but we of course hadn't played it. We didn't play it till it was around 90. Oh yeah, there's 8-4. You're right. And then the one before that, Chris, was 5-5. Let's see. Disney trying to push a little bit today. What I'm doing, guys, just going through some of the other stuff, checking, charting, um, just seeing if anything, any setups are looking good. Since all of our other stuff over here that we typically watch is just kind of hanging out, so just scrolling and looking right now, really thinking outside the box, I guess you could say. Oh, you still talking about Palantir? Yeah, I think we played it a little before the 5-5 ER. I just remembered that was when my dad was having surgery. I was at the hospital and I just got a coffee, standing there waiting on the coffee. We played that 90 call, I believe it was. I got my coffee, walked from there to the elevator, and as soon as I was getting on the elevator, we PT'd on the trade. I just little random stuff like that, but Ooh, golly. Speaking of coffee, I might have to go get me some more. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at the group, Chris. But I remember, like I said, because I was at the hospital trading off my phone, which I never trade off my phone. So I just remember it was right around the 90. It might have been 91, 92, 89, something like that. Call on Palantir that day, and then we ran 100% past that. Um, wow, soak that up, didn't we? It was just kind of watching, guys. I mean, just no great setups. I mean, we're almost an hour in, and I'm even looking down through some of the non stuff that we play sometimes, and it's just. I mean, some stuff. I mean, Royal Caribbean had a good push, but it too's starting to turn down. Firm looks like we just had new all-time highs, which looks like we've tested that quite a few times. If we break it, it'd be definitely a good push. As you can see there. Um, but even calls on a firm, premium's just really high. The IV is starting to get inflated as well. Well, and that's just because we're trading so high, but the 90C on a firm is sitting right at 195. So looks like we may get a little bit of a push here. SPY coming back into that opening range low on Friday. We got opening range high today that we're trying to test. IWM coming into its opening range high. So a few things trying to work and set up. So big pop there on SPY. It soaked up that opening range low on Friday, opening range high today, and looks like we quickly tested that pre-market high as well. So if we break that pre-market high, we could definitely see a push on SPY, and we are back to that opening range high there on IWM. Now we're over. See if we can get a confirmation. Hey, what's up, Austin? How are you doing, sir? Hopefully, you had a good weekend. And SPY dropping back. It did not like that push, did it? No worries. I'll be honest with you, you really haven't missed anything. Today would have been a great morning to sleep in. I myself wish I would have. Be honest with you. Market is trying to fight itself. We get a little bit of a direction and then immediately getting a pullback. So, and now I'm out of coffee. Yeah. So it's been one of those mornings, up and down, no real good direction on really anything. We just had two big red candles, one here on SPY. IWM a little smaller, red, red. Overall trend is to an uptrend, but we these big drops is killing us. Apple with a big drop there. It's just it just sucks. Now I tell you what, that you could have slept in this morning. Man, SPY way back down there. I mean, that 2 minute candle took out a lot of our indicators. Jeez. Dude, I could have. I was sleeping good when my alarm went off this morning. We we could have easily slept in. I mean, we're over an hour into the market now, and the market is just trash today. I mean, we seen a good pop right off of Bell, but other than that, just nothing is sticking. Nothing is wanting to hold. So anyway, I don't know. I don't get it. But hey, if let me say this, I haven't said it all morning. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. And if you're on Twitch, make sure you give us a follow. Both are free. Both helps us out. Goes a long way for the channel and all that stuff. And not to mention, you can see when we go live and stuff like that. If once we get some followers and stuff, I wouldn't mind doing, especially for our subscribers on Twitch and stuff, maybe doing like a class for you guys once a month or something like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll figure something out. So make sure you like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. If you're on Twitch, follow us there. It goes a long way to really help us out. So would be much appreciated. We've only been streaming a little over a month now, so still new. We of course the private group's been going for years, but everybody always wanted me to do live trading, and so here we are. But here we are on a crappy day. Cat doesn't let me, and I don't want to be kicked in the nuts by him again. Oh, gotta love cats. Hey, what's your cat's name, Chris? Getting a rebound here on that spy drop. I'm not playing it, but if you guys are feeling frisky, once we break it here, we've definitely got more room. Worst wake up ever. Yeah, cats have a tendency to do that. Dude, my dog. Never mind. That might not be a stream story to tell. We might get demonetized or whatever you're talking about. We my let me say, my dog doesn't like my cat, but likes the byproduct of my cat, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, disgusting. And he's getting on my damn nerves about it. Alright, watch spy right here, guys. We're breaking through this peach. Gonzo. That's cool. That's cool. I don't think you've ever seen me a picture of Gonzo. Watch this here. Key level here on spy. If we break this, we could easily see up, back up to this opening range low on Friday at 643.72. I not playing it in the group because this is a choppy area and just not feeling it. We are making higher low, new highs on spy, so we could get some momentum here. And see if we can get a new high on spy, but yeah. And then IWM, watching this one as well. These indicators are coming up. We're having a hard time with this pre-market high, but as this peach line comes up, we could see this one squeeze. And if it squeezes, we can definitely pump. He's the kid that got last year. Yeah, I don't know why dogs do that. It is by far the worst. I can't stand that. I'm like, dude, seriously. my dog, since we're talking about dogs and cats, he's a Boston Terrier, and his name is Smash. All right, so there's that break on IWM. Still got some room for consolidation. Still not sold on this to the upside, but overall could see a push. I don't like the fact that Nvidia, Google, Tesla, all starting to try and drop back. So there's that pop over. See if we can get some substance, some sustainability to this movement. From what I saw, it's like a drug to them. It messes with their nerves when they all got into funny stuff. Really? That's crazy. Yeah, I've heard it could be like a deficiency or a like not iron, but some sort of vitamin deficiency, and that's why they do it. My cat runs the house. It bullies the dog. Dude, a lot of cats do. She's my dog is a pushover. He just kind of sits there and cowers at cats. I mean, he won't mind them, but if a cat shows him dominance, he's like, "Whoa, I am gonna back away from this." But he could care less about cats, unless they try to smack him. Then he's like, "What are you doing?" But he's a little dog. He's under 30 pounds. He's actually big for his what he is, but I don't even know where he's at. No clue. Probably snacking. Chris sent me a picture of Gonzo. You won't hate me for this, Chris. So he steals the dog treats. That's awesome. That's cool. All right. There's a picture of Gonzo Chris sent me. Sorry, man. Figure everybody else will want to see Gonzo too, so I just have to post it up there. Sweet and innocent and looking for dog treats right there. That's awesome. Google just lost key level. It could see more to the downside as well. PayPal trying to push up. Thanks, buddy. I didn't think you'd mind, to be honest with you. He was. He was. All right. Let's see. How I was gonna try to show you guys another cat, but I don't know how I can do that. I don't even have a picture of our cat. Oh, I don't even have a picture of Smash, I don't think. Well, I do, but it's on my phone. I don't know how to get it on stream. Anybody else have any cool animals? I know we talked about dogs, cats. Chris talked about rabbits. I've had about every animal that you can think of. Was into the reptiles for a while, then got into the fish, saltwater. I had way too much money invested in a saltwater aquarium. Beautiful, loved it, but geez, I definitely a love hate relationship with that thing. And then sold my house, ended up selling my aquarium and everything. At one point, I had two. I just couldn't do it no more. Google losing that area I was watching a second ago, but puts on Google's pretty expensive. Once again, Google's one of those that trades on the 2.5 strike price. Right now we're at 203.58. You might see a huge rabbit. All right, I'll take a look at it. Um, the next strike would be the 202.5, and it's trading just shy of 300. SPY key level indicator starting to turn down here on SPY. IWM losing this as well. So if we lose this range here on IWM, we could easily back test some of these pre-market low, opening range low on Friday. So right now it's looking like the market's wanting more to the downside. Big drop there on Nvidia, AMD, both backing down. High premiums across the board right through here though. Yeah, there goes IWM and SPY. Opening range low, and then Friday morning or Friday market low here on SPY. If we drop that, 642.08 is not out of the question. Google dropping. Yeah. Market definitely wanting some of the downside here, guys. Holy crap, Chris. That rabbit is huge. Oh my gosh. £14.5 rabbit. That is massive. Growing up, long time ago, I had a rabbit one time. I don't even remember its name. I just remember I had one. Never really got into the whole rabbit thing. But man, some people do. I know they do like rabbit shows and like dog show kind of thing. Uh, oh, looks like Google, Nvidia, AMD all trying to rebound after that. She beat the tongue up too. That's crazy. It was the kid's rabbit that adopted me. She lived in the kitchen. Oh, that's so cool. That's cool. E level here on this IWM back over that opening range high. I bet the dog was just wanting to move out. Between her and the cat, the dog was terrified. The dog was like, "Get me out of here." This range is killing us. We kept them separate. The rapid had a pin. We would let her outrun around the dog outside most of the time when he did. My rabbit was in a cage. But yeah, I mean, the cats, of course, we just let run around, and the dog I do for the most part. He's been grounded here a little bit, so. Like I said, I don't even know where he's at this morning. We just don't want to break. Here over on that IWN, we don't want to break to the downside here. We're just stuck in this sideways choppy action today, guys, which is just unbelievably fun. Yeah, just tons of fun, guys. Tons of fun. But now would be a great time for you guys to give us a thumbs up and a subscription follow on YouTube if you haven't done it yet today. And if you're on Twitch, make sure you follow us there on Twitch. We got one more follower to go to hit our next goal. Come on, guys. We've got a few people watching on Twitch. So if you hit that follow button, we could hit our goal for today. That would be cool. At least something would go as planned. Just hanging out, guys. Watching the sideways action. And what little bit of movement we are getting in the right direction on a few of these is just quickly getting reversed. So I have a feeling we're going to be stuck in this sideways trend most of the day. Just getting zero feedback from the market on a direction. Once again, solid rejection off that opening range high on IWM. We just can't get that push through on anything. It's just no direction today, guys. None. Well, I said today would have been a great day to take a vacation, to sleep in. Might be all the week with Jackson Hole. Yeah, that's true. Jackson Hole, I mean, can kind of go either way. I feel like it can push the market, or it can drop the market, or it can just be choppy and stagnant all week. That's a tough one. Oh. If I fall asleep, y'all gonna yell at me and wake me up. Yeah, rejection on VWAP here on Intel after a solid drop. Quite choppy here. Just chop everywhere. No good defined direction. I talk a lot, uh, especially in the private group, about we need direction. I could care less if the market goes up or down. I'm an options trader. I need that movement. I need that defined direction. And today we're just not getting it. We're getting sideways crap, and it's not worth trading. Um, and that sideways junk that we're getting is a options trader's worst nightmare, and it's just not feasible. SMCI had a pretty good move. Once again, hey, we missed that, but I don't know how I missed that one. But it too's coming down. It might try to push back up here. But once again, it's probably not something worth jumping into at this time. Just have to keep it on watch. We did look at, yeah, bowing to the downside. It's kind of leveling off now, trading sideways. Mara, Therna. I mean, there's clear defined sideways movement right there. And that's just what hurts us, guys. Hurts us as a options trader. Rivian with a quick little pop. Could be something to watch. Anytime we get out of our core stocks that we trade, like if we jump in on this Rivian, it would be much smaller size than what I normally trade with. I might just grab one or two. Rivian is trading right now at 7.43 million. Kind of smaller on the volume scale, especially if you compare it to Tesla and some of the others. 1240. Yeah, just top of the chart there. We've got a wall of 23,500. And then at 12.5, we've got a wall just shy of 50,000 shares looking to be sold. So we've definitely got some walls. So even though this looks enticing, I don't think right now would be the time to play it. We've struggled in this area in the past a little bit here. I'm just not sure on that one. That 1240 wall is now 32,000. I mean, if we can break this one, we do have some room, but 1240, 1250 both walls. SMCI is dropping after its push. Trying to hold this moving support line. Overall, I'm not sold on it. It's got 1648 wall to the upside. It's building some support walls at 1624 and 1660. Or 1616, so down here we've got some support. 24 right there. But it too setting up to be range bound. Rivian broke through that one. Yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on this. Right now I'm not going to trade it. Really trying to watch this Rivian, see if we're going to do at the 1245 level. If we can break it and then still kind of get this kind of push above that, then I'll look at it. But right now, I'm just not sold on it. Yeah, this range, I mean, that we're trading in on SPY is just tough. So there's that break on Rivian. Now if we can hold 1250, still 38,329 shares. Yeah. See, this is that while I was waiting on 1245. See if it did anything. Still got that 1250, but that 1245 was Friday's all-time or high of the day was 1245. And I was expecting a little bit of pullback, and that's what we got. One reason we were kind of watching the slow movement, and we didn't enter just because we seen that. Starting to see a little bit of a push back here. See if we can break that 1245 level. SPY dropping down, looking at that opening range low and the market low from Friday level here. Google's still dropping back. Google premiums are pretty expensive. That's why we didn't take that trade earlier when we were talking about it. But and Rivian trying to push back down. A tough day. If you guys are new here and you're on or watching, if you're on YouTube, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're on Twitch, make sure you give us a follow. Both of those go a long way with helping us out. And we are one subscriber or one follower away on Twitch from hitting our next goal. So that would be cool to hit that today. Sorry, guys, just working on some stuff, kind of hanging out, watching market here. Rivian can't break that 1245, 1246, so it looks like it's not going to be a no go there. Spy looking like it's trying that opening range low, Friday market low, and if we break it, we could definitely get back to that 642.08, which is today's pre-market low. So, but still, overall, we're still trading sideways. I do like that Google to the downside. It's just super high premiums, more than what we play in the group. So, letting that one ride. But we'll see. We're still just sitting, waiting, and watching. And Spy, perfect bounce off that opening range low, Friday market low level we were watching, of course. perfect rejection here. Once again on the Rivian. That's why we don't chase a lot of this stuff. We got to watch for those levels, and we didn't. We seen that level, and it didn't want to break. Once again, just a whole lot of stuff just not wanting to do anything today. So Yeah, definitely a good day to practice charting and paper trading. Charting has saved us. I mean, that Rivian was looking good to the upside, and then charting told us to wait. Just a lot of sideways, choppy action that's just kind of useless other than forward charting. Our morning lines on IWM has helped us there. But other than that, just nothing whatsoever today. On the 1 hour, sounds coming into moving support resistance 1207. I mean, we're trading at 1407. We're trading at 1479 right now. But it looks like it's got room to the upside. Now we could possibly see a bounce there. Really not seeing a whole lot, guys. I'm probably going to go ahead and start wrapping up the stream for the day. I've got some stuff that I need to work on. I want to get on the spreadsheet for the private group and some other stuff. So probably going to wrap it up, work on some of that stuff, chat with you guys in the private group if there's anything worth chatting about that happens today. So far, it's been pretty slow, sideways, choppy day. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Make sure you like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up there on YouTube and on Twitch. Make sure you follow because we'll do this every day. Good market, bad market. If we're here and able to trade, I am gonna be right here with you guys. So we've gotten good positive feedback about doing the live trading. So we'll keep doing that as long as you guys like it and support us. You support us, we'll support you, kind of thing. So anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and we'll do it again tomorrow. And have a great night. And I appreciate it, guys. See ya.